Hey, I'm back. So, keto and exercise, the most popular question that I've gotten. First of all, but also, yes, you do. Just start off with being confusing. So, if your goal is specifically weight, be the most effective means of creating a calorie deficit and therefore creating weight loss. There is an effect that lean muscle mass consumes more calories than adipose tissue or fat, which means that the more muscle you're carrying, the more calories you'll need, and so that creates its own kind of calorie deficit. But primarily, weight loss is made in the kitchen. So 80% of the gains that you're gonna, or losses that you're gonna see on a weight loss program are gonna be centered around your diet. So a lot of people are having trouble eating perfectly. Is that if you're one of those people that doesn't get your diet extra time and focus it on your diet, if weight loss is your goal. Now, I've been talking a lot about goals, and one of the issues that I have is that people don't talk about what their goals are on this forum. They just say, I'm trying to stay keto. So if your goal is weight loss, then we can talk about, for example, if you're diabetic or trying to control your blood sugar. I haven't really done the research on exercise and how it interacts with diabetes and insulin production in terms of diabetics or mental insulin. So I don't really want to talk too much about whether or not, if you're to control your epilepsy, you should exercise or not, because that's what I don't know about. What I do know about is the weight loss component of things. And so the other question, real hard workout, I'm like getting connection issues, so I'm gonna hop up a few steps. If I do a bunch of real tough workouts, if I do CrossFit or if I'm a marathoner, can I still be keto? The answer is yes, and the side effect that you may experience is either more cramping, although the research on that actually happening is thin also, and that you may zonk or hit the wall or feel flat during performance, which if you're just working out to stimulate a calorie deficit and to stay healthy and lose weight, it doesn't really matter, in which case I wouldn't recommend adding carbs. But if you're training for a sport, or if you're competing, even if it's in intramurals and you just like to be competitive in your local league and you're not a professional anything, but you want to be able to jump well in your weekend basketball game, then you probably are going to want to look at supplementing 20 to 50 carbs 2 hours before you work out, and you may also look at supplementing something like 20 carbs after your workout to facilitate recovery. But if you're like most people on this forum and you're doing keto for weight loss, I would recommend exercising only after you've got your diet totally straight. So if you've been to the store and you've done meal prep and you know what you're going to eat and you haven't been having a problem with, having your carbs right, and you've been doing your meal journals and stuff, then yeah, go for a walk, get some extra exercise. Now, the other thing I'm going to talk about is overall health, and I think that's important. Being large can be detrimental to your overall health in a lot of ways. I'm not going to define all the ways in which being heavy can be detrimental to your health, but there's certain basic things, like even if they have to do a surgical abdominal intervention, if there's fat there, they have to cut through more tissue, therefore there's more room for infection. So there's all sorts of ways in which being heavy puts your health at risk. So if weight loss is the primary goal, because weight loss is the primary health risk factor, then I would say focus on the diet and exercise may be less important. If you're somebody who's within a normal weight range and they just don't like the way they look naked, or they've put on 40 pounds since they had a kid, we're talking about fairly nominal amounts of weight that is probably not a significant health threat. So for those people, I would just want to point out that the most commonly attributable cause of early death is low cardiovascular fitness. Of all the causes put together, blood pressure, cholesterol levels, obesity, BMI, any data that you can look at, whether or not the person had a general level of cardiovascular fitness was the greatest predictor of death. So it's not the greatest predictor of weight loss, it's the greatest predictor of death. So if you want to talk about overall health, if you're obese, severely obese, your weight may be a great enough threat to your health that you should put weight loss ahead of general health tips like exercise is good for you and focus primarily on your diet. If you're not concerned about how long you live, because for some reason you don't want to live forever, and you just want to look good now, then weight loss, it's more important to focus on what you eat. If you're going for a health intervention where you're trying to change a habit or break an addiction with carbs or sugar and make lifestyle adaptations, maybe you want to put the diet ahead of the exercise, break those cycles and go back to exercise. But in general, I'm not going to tell people don't exercise, because I know how wonderful exercise is for things like mood and brain activity, focus, concentration, staving off Alzheimer's and dementia. I mean, the benefits of exercise are so numerous that for me to say don't exercise is ridiculous. But I will say that if you're looking for six-pack abs, you're probably going to look for them in the kitchen, not the gym. And if your primary goal is weight loss, because weight is such a threat to your health that you can put aside the benefits of exercise and you only have time for one or the other, I would say focus on diet. This has been another live video. This is the one that was requested. I'm actually going to make this one somewhat short and then follow up with questions, and this way maybe I can do more videos that stay on topic so people can debate actually one topic, or share a video that stays on topic with their friend that answers a specific question. So you may notice a little bit of change, and I'm going to go a little bit shorter. If you don't like it, let me know. If you like it, let me know. Have a good day and good luck on your journey.